I hope you're doing good today. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining my channel. Today's going to be kind of fun. We're going to do a 100 club reading with a bonus, and then after that, I'm going to come live and do an elemental reading later. So sorry I couldn't come on last night. I was really busy. You know, I'm starting to think that Tuesdays and Thursdays just don't work for me for two readings because I have a lot of things going on with the kids at that day. So anyways, deepest apologies for that, but I'm here anyways. I'm here today, and we're going to get those done. In order to get everyone to come in and kind of know I'm live, for some reason, I don't know, some people just don't know when I'm live. We're going to go ahead and do a bonus reading. And then when I have a pretty good amount of people, I'm going to go ahead and offer that 100 club reading for the 100 clubbers. If you're new or you're watching this and you're not sure what I'm talking about, maybe you've never heard it before, I have a 100 club. I only allow up to 20 people to be in that club, and it's $100 for 10 questions, which ends up being about 60% off of my normal questions that I do public, you know, just pulling cards for people. So it's a great savings for people that really can't afford monthly 22s. So they get a chance to jump on board for $100 one time, and it's good for a lifetime. It's not just good for 1 month or a couple months or, you know, 6 months. The 100 Club is good all year round and even throughout the other years. As much as you want to use them. I have some people that want to use them every single time, and I have some people that just use them every couple months, sporadically, for when they really need help with something. So it's up to the 100 clubbers on when they want to ask their questions. So right now, if you want to join, I do have 3 openings open for the 100 clubbers because I only go up to 20. Or you don't have to at all. I don't care. It's easier for me the less. But there is some positions open if anybody wants to do that. And if you want to do that, you can go to www.jks1111.com and just go ahead and purchase there. All right. So bonus reading is going to be, let's see, what is our bonus reading going to be? Let's see, what is the current energy between you and your love? How about that? And then I'll ask how to make more money. What can you do to make more money? Okay, we'll ask one of those questions. Just a quick little bonus. All right, so what is the energy between you and your love? All right, Spirit, please give me the energy. Divine masculine, divine feminine energy. Divine masculine, divine feminine energy. What's between them right now? What is the current energy? All right, we got 4. All right, bottom of the deck. Magic is in the air. Okay, magic's in the air between you guys, meaning there's something moving, there's something happening. This is like it's already been sent out. There's already been an action taken. There's already something stirring between the both of you. Let's see, what is your shadow and what is your love's shadow? So what is your shadow? Okay, so that is your shadow. And what is your person's shadow? Okay. Bottom of the deck, the shadows between both of you guys right now may be a little forceful. You guys are trying to force something happening. I don't know what, but you've got magic, you've got forceful. I'm not saying this is a bad thing. But part of the shadow is maybe trying to push something. And keep in mind, your person may be trying to push a whole different agenda than yours, and you may be trying to push a whole different agenda than theirs. I don't know. But there's something about that. I also feel that there could be a third party involved, a wolf in sheep's clothing that may be forceful, maybe causing someone to be put into a position they don't want to be in. So that's another possibility. All right, let's get the tarot. Okay, wow. Wow. Okay, bottom of the deck, you guys got my Twin Flame card. You know, I've been pulling this a lot lately. I feel like for some reason I'm really harnessing into the Twin Flame energy just recently, just lately. I want to say I've had at least 4 readings where the Twin Flames pop out, the card. So I feel like, okay, we're definitely honed in to a twin flame journey, a wave of twin flames that could be here, the current energy and the vibes that you're into. If you're not a twin flame, that's okay. You know, but I do think this reading is headed towards a twin flame reading, okay? So I just want to give you a heads up on that. Oh, I got hurt there. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's between you guys. First card between you guys is the family card. What? The family card. I just can't talk this morning, that's all. The family card. And as you can see, there's a dad and a mom and a baby. And they're all making this little heart shape with the baby's toes. So there may be a child between you guys. There may be, you know, a little one. Maybe there's a little one popping up in your life. Maybe the baby represents a new beginning. But whatever message it is, whether you're old or young or new or old to the journey, when I get the family card, I feel the strange feeling that family's involved in your relationship. So there is parents involved, siblings involved, or children involved. But there's always family involved in your connection, and they have a say, and they have a presence, and they're just there. They're in the midst of this entire situation between the twins. So I know that for a fact the first card pulled out is the strongest. So right now the strongest connection between the both of you is family. Family is the ties that bind. So there's something with that. The next card that comes out is trust. Have faith. Keep that little light on. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Right? This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. So someone's got some faith in this relationship, in this connection. Thank you, Nell, for the $4.99 on Super Chat. That was so nice of you. Thank you so much. So, have faith that this is going to pull through. Have faith that your family connection is going to help your love connection. Have faith that, you know, this is not going to be blown out, okay? There's always hope. The next card that comes out between you guys is the talk. Wow, I like it. Especially if you guys have children, right? Like, look, honey, we got to talk. We need to talk. We need to clear some air. We need to do something here, all right? If you have a family connection with your twin flame, just know that between you guys, maybe you've already had the talk, okay? Or maybe you haven't. Maybe you need to. But it's in the air that you guys will be communicating. So if you're watching and you've been in lack of communication or no communication, the answer today is you're going to get communication, especially if you have family ties to your twin flame. That's a guarantee. And if you have family with your twin flame, if you share children or a child or what you would consider to be children or family and friends, if you share that, mostly just family, okay, just know that you can have faith that communication is going to be coming in between you guys, and I think it's going in a good direction. So the next card is moving on. God, I've been getting this a lot lately too. You guys are moving on from some period in the past. Now, moving on and family are very contradictory. Especially if you have children, you can't just move on from someone and just forget about them and act as if they've never existed and go about your life and forget or just leave it behind. You can't do that. Why? Because there's karma that is attached to the both of you. There's a life that you have to share and co-parent between the both of you. You know, there's mutual energy that must be done. And I feel like maybe that's another reason why we have the ties that bind, the family and the twin flames. Oh, wow, okay. So under that, we have the Ten of Swords. And under that, we have the third party. It's very painful. So there may be a third party involved that caused a abrupt Ten of Swords ending to your twin flame connection. And in between both of you, there's this energy of, I have to move on because there's a third party involved. I have to move on. Maybe you have to move on because the person you love has a family with somebody else, and that's your twin. And you have to have the talk that you need to move on because you feel that they are attached. For some of you guys, that's the situation. It's you are heavily attached to your children and your wife or your husband and your family. And, you know, regardless if we're twin flames or not, I need to move on. This isn't working. I'm not saying there's no hope, but I'm saying that's how somebody feels. Or it's the opposite. Somebody says, I already have children and a family. I met you and I fell in love, true, and we do have a deep connection, but I have to move on and go be with my family. So that could also be the situation. And Spirit may be saying, you know what, you need to trust that for whatever reason this talk is coming up, moving on right now may be the best thing. It could also be somebody may be wanting to disconnect from a family and move on with a twin flame. We do have magic in the air. It's quite possible. I was at my kids' karate class the other night, and I was speaking to the sensei, and she was saying how she met her current husband, which was another sensei there, and she said that she went there for a class. She was really heavily into martial arts, so was he. She was attracted to him when she saw him, but she realized he was married. They didn't talk for a long time, but when they became, I guess, acquaintances or friends, you know, at the dojo, she kind of said that he had mentioned to her, you know, that he hadn't been happy for a long time, and him and his wife were very different. He was outgoing, and he was really into martial arts and activity, and he was confident and outspoken, and, you know, he was immersed into that world and wanted to raise his family like that. And she was very different. She was quiet. She was submissive. She was uninspired. She was you know, I don't know the right word, but just, let's just say not a good match, okay? Not a good match. And he had said he had done the right thing because when she had gotten pregnant, and they were just dating, that he went ahead and proposed to her, and they got married, him and his wife. So she's like, you know, he did the honorable thing. And the honorable thing for him was to marry this person, whether he knew her that well or not, whether he was totally into her or not. He felt he needed to man up and be responsible. He made a child, and he might as well go ahead and be in that family. He hadn't known her long before that happened, and so he did the honorable thing. Anyways, you know, his years passed, and his kids were already, you know, double-digit ages, and you know, probably junior high age, I would guess, before he said, you know, I think I really want out of this marriage. I think I really want out. You know, and sometimes that's the talk. You know, sometimes it's I don't feel connected into this relationship. You know, I did the honorable thing. I came in, I wanted to be there, and I was there because of family, you know, but I feel like we need to move on. We need to separate. We need to go our different ways. You know, I don't think that I'm for you at this time, so there's this I need to move on energy. So there's just a lot of pressure, I think, on someone about family. I think that story came to mind for a reason, because it's quite possible somebody may be having the talk with a lover, a very big important talk about moving on. Okay, so that may be an energy that's going on between you guys. I feel it very heavily if there is a third party. I think the energy between you guys is the one who has the third party will be cutting ties with a third party. I feel to reunite with a twin flame. Okay, that's what I feel more than anything. And that's because I have these two cards, Magic in the Air for the twin flames. And when I look at that mixed with the Ten of Swords to the third party, I feel like this is an axe. I feel like this is I am cutting out the third party. Okay, I'm cutting out the third party. So I just want you to know that that's definitely the energy of moving on. Even bottom of the deck over here, it has letting go. All right, so letting go, moving on, these are popping up. I shuffled very well. You saw me earlier really shuffle these cards good. And we're getting a very similar energy to the past couple days. The other one here is going with the flow. All right. And bottom over here is mending bridges. Wow. So I definitely think that the twins are going to mend some bridges. But before there's a mended bridge, first there must be an effort made by leaving a third-party situation behind. And that talk is going to happen. So whether it's you or them, if there is a third party involved and there is family involved in some way between you guys or between another person, just know that I think, I think that's coming to a close. And, just to end that little story of my kid senseis, they're happily married. They get along. They go to tournaments together. They run a business together. They challenge each other. They're good for each other. And I think the fires are really burning between those two. But they had to make a choice to leave another situation behind. And I feel that, they could very well be twin flames. They're very alike in different ways, but very alike. Anyways, and that's just a little story, a little message, a little similarity, and nothing's by accident. That story came in here for a reason. It's nothing against his original wife. It's nothing against his children or family, because they are still a big part of his life. He has his kids all the time. He brings them into the dojo. He's teaching them. She's a stepmom now. She embraces that energy. She's a great friend to them, and she teaches them things as well, and there's a good relationship. You know, from what I understand, the ex-wife has met someone and is engaged, so she's moving on and she's happy, and you know, things like that happen. So there is an energy between you guys like that, and it's okay for people to move on if they're going to be happy. I'll tell you the truth, it's not easy on the kids, and it's the truth. The kids will suffer, but they have their own journey, their own karma, their own path, and those children will grow and be adults and talk about the damage from their parents, I'm sure. But they'll also be grown and evolved, and they'll also have learned so much from that, about being true to yourself, about loving yourself, about your walk on this planet. So they're going to learn a different lesson than some kids that don't have that issue, you know, but everyone has a different walk. Everyone has a different chart. We're not to put down anyone's chart or rise above, you know, with anyone's chart. It's all a lesson. It's all learning. It's all life. So anyways, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. The current, this is not past. This is not future. This is the current energy and the current vibe between you and your person, which I feel are very much twin flames. Okay? All right. So let's see what your shadow is. What is your shadow that you need to work on? I'll just put that there. All right. So what is your shadow? Embarrassment. You're embarrassed. You're hurt. This is my ego has been hurt. I'm embarrassed. Your biggest shadow is, how could you do this to me? This person maybe embarrassed you for one point of time. Your twin, you know, they put you through it in front of people. It was a public shame. It was a public embarrassment. And your shadow is trying to come out from under some rock. It's like maybe you were embarrassed that your person chose a third party over you. Maybe you're embarrassed because you had a child with your twin flame, and your twin flame got in a relationship with somebody else and left you behind and spoke ill of you. And that's embarrassing. Rose! Rose! So, you know, there's all kinds of issues that are going to arise. But it's good for you to pay attention to those. And just look inside yourself and look inside the shadow and come to terms with, what am I embarrassed about? Should I care what other people think? Should I care what this person did? Should it really bother me? You know, it may. It really, really may. And that's going to be hard for you to deal with. That's going to be hard for you to face your shadows and kind of deal with that. It's difficult. You're embarrassed. You've suffered in some way. Maybe you're the spouse on the other end where they're having a talk with you and leaving it behind to go to a twin flame or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what your situation is. I wish I could pinpoint exactly what it is. I can't. But I can pinpoint that the current energy between you and whom you're watching this video about or for is there is an ending to some third-party situation. And we have to move on with this energy, go with the flow, and that there will be a mending of bridges with someone. That's what's coming out. That's what's really important. And let me just make sure my dog got inside okay. I'll be right back, guys. And Maddie, did you let VENMO back in? You guys make guys. All right, so anyways, that's your shadow. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with your lover's shadow. What's going on with their shadow? So we have a warning. I guess, you know, when I see the warning card, I feel like there's red flags. I feel like there's signs. And I also feel like somebody would be worried. So this person that you're involved with is very worried about a situation. They're very concerned. They feel like this is scary. This is something I should be concerned about. I think they're kind of glass half empty a little bit, sometimes pessimistic. They have a lot of anxiety. They don't know where this road will go. They feel like they need to be careful. Their intuition is telling them something. But I feel like they're too scared to listen to that. I feel like, I feel like there's fear. So with the warning card, I feel fear and worry. Fear and worry. So that's coming up. The next one here is Page of Pentacles. So we're looking at your person's situation with you, okay? So they've got Page of Pentacles. Wow, then they've got Six of Pentacles. Wow, then they have the Emperor. Whew. Air, very earthy. Very, very earthy. It's quite possible that your person I feel like you guys might have gotten into a conversation recently where your person may have given you a warning. If you do this, this is going to happen. So I feel like that's kind of your person being fearful and pessimistic, giving you a warning. If you do this, this is going to happen. So there's some kind of sensitivity going on. And then you got the embarrassment card, so you're kind of like, wow, why would you tell me that? Why would you think I would do that? Why would you assume the worst of me? Why would you feel like you have to warn me? Why, you know, am I really that kind of a person that you think you have to give me some kind of a little talk like that? Like, what am I, a child? You know, and there's a lot of concern there. So anyways, the stress of it. So your person is stepping up into their responsible Emperor energy. Ironically, we have the Family card and then the Emperor. The Emperor always represents somebody who is married or has children. So this person is either married or has kids. All right, but this person is mature and grown. This is usually somebody up in age, okay? This usually talks about a father or grandfather. So, you know, in the tarot cards, if you want to get technical, they speak about somebody who's 40 and older. I like to say at least 36 and older. That's usually who the Emperor represents. It's not an 18-year-old young man. It's not, in tarot, technically, it's not some 25-year-old girl. It's not, you know, some 29-year-old guy. It's just not that person. Could it be a mature woman in a masculine energy? Yes. Could it be a mature man in this masculine energy? 100%, yeah. But this person that you're dealing with, this is that person. There does come an energy of control with this card. So this person wants to control a situation. And with the Page of Pentacles, this is the kind of energy where I make an offer. I extend my hand, I take a step, I will make a move, and the Six of Pentacles is reciprocity. Yeah, 30 plus is more so the Knight. It's the Knight. So if you get a Knight of Swords, Knight of Fire, Knight of Wands, whatever, you know that person is 30 and older. The Pages are young. They're children. I guess I would say they're up to the age of like 21. You can throw the Knight around to be because he's in his prime. The Knight is in his prime. He's not the king yet. And then the kings generally tend to be 30s, late 30s to mid 40s. That's like the kings. And then you get into the emperor, and they're definitely older. So they're the oldest. That's why he usually has gray hair. So definitely someone that is a grandfather or of that age, or someone that is, you know, past their 36-year-old maturity in the Vedic sidereal. They've already had Saturn mature. Saturn matures at 36. So I like to say 36, but generally in tarot, gray hair, you know, this is someone for sure over 40, you know, usually. Now, your situation can be different. There are times when I get an Emperor card in a reading, especially in families. So even if somebody is 25 years old and they're a father or mother, I may get this card. And it may represent their partner, okay, if they share children. Sometimes even if someone's literally married, I will get the Empress and the Emperor because they're building an empire. They have a home and they share resources, and, you know, so I do see it with husband and wife too, no matter the age. But if it's a boyfriend and girlfriend, or if it's a dating, I normally do not get that card with uncommitment. Because the commitment is either marriage or family. You know, that's the commitment with the Emperor and the Empress. In tarot, if you look at it technically, but we can be broad. We can open our mind and say, you know, maybe this Emperor represents a divine masculine energy, okay? Just in a nutshell. So, you know, I want you to take this however it may fit for you. If you feel everything's fitting but that, just take it for how it fits for you. And just know that the Emperor does represent a divine masculine, especially in a twin flame reading. So this person over here is definitely a DM, okay? Whether they're male or female, they're a divine masculine, okay? And what's going on with them currently between the both of you is they're giving a shot, they're making an opportunity, they're outstretching their hand, they're taking baby steps towards your connection, and they're willing to give. Okay, Six of Pentacles, reciprocity, they're willing to give. So this person is willing to give to the situation, but they're scared and they're fearful, and they're giving off some kind of warnings. Like, if anything goes wrong, if anybody says this, if this happens, or if that happens, you know, there's going to be a shitstorm or something like that. You know what I mean? So that's what's really going on with that card. Let's see what's going on with you. Wow, you got the divorce card. What is up with that? You got relationship down the toilet, marriage over, connection over, divorce. That's what's going on with you right now. The next card you got is the Hanged Man, pause for perspective. Kind of a waiting card, blocked card, out of your control card, and then you got the Ace of Swords. Wow, I feel like this is cutting yourself down. What I feel is happening for you is you were waiting a very long time for the Emperor to get divorced. That's what's really here. Or separated from a commitment. You were waiting and waiting with the Hanged Man, hoping, praying, You were embarrassed. You were embarrassed to be involved in this relationship, knowing that this person was committed to somebody else. There's definitely that third party coming in here. I looked up just a second ago. I did see 33 seconds and 33 people watching. When I saw that, now we're at 36 and 43, but I saw it at the time. So I just want to say that, yeah, this third party situation is really real. And I don't know if it's just family involvement or a love relationship with the whole third party shebang going on. But I feel like you are definitely cutting yourself down with the Ace of Swords, saying, I'm not going to participate in a relationship, third party anymore. This is by choice. You may not have ever been participating. Maybe you were just waiting. Maybe you were just held back and you felt like your relationship couldn't go anywhere and you were embarrassed because they were already committed and, you know, maybe years passed and it just never happened. And you were like, well, you know, I guess this is the end of the road. I have to cut myself free. I have to cut myself down from this tree, from this situation, and just let my emperor go. Let my twin flame go. I need to do that. The longer I hang on, hoping, praying, waiting for this person, the longer I'm going to put myself back in a position that I don't want to be in. And so you feel like you kind of have to get strong. You feel like you kind of have to force yourself. Wow, look at that. Then there's judgment. Force yourself to make a judgment on stepping away from a situation because somebody was too cowardly to do it. And we do have a coward somewhere in here. So the energy currently between the both of you guys, oh, my stomach is like in knots during this reading. It's so weird. I have anxiety. I feel like you need to have a talk. I feel like somebody's holding back something. Somebody's holding back a truth. Somebody's holding back, I can't do this anymore. Somebody's holding back, and that's like the current energy. But I also feel like somebody does want to give up because the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Swords. You know, somebody's like, I just want to give up. I'm done. This has been very, very painful. You know, I feel like somebody was just drug around. You know what I feel? That's bad because getting pushed around in life is terrible. Feeling forced into a situation is terrible. Feeling stuck in a situation is just terrible. So there's a lot of pain in there. A lot of pain and a lot of pressure. Let's see how this person really feels about you. What is this communication supposed to be about, you and your person? What does this person, this Emperor, need to communicate to you? Because I feel like this person has left you on the line. Like, hold on, wait, pause. So you've been on hold and you've been on the line. And you're like, I'm not doing it anymore. Divorce card is, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm cutting myself free. I'm cutting myself down. I don't want to be on hold and I don't want to be on the line anymore. What is the hidden truth? I left you before you could leave me. Ah. Somebody, wow. Somebody just cowardly, we did have a coward, left someone before they could be left. And that's what needs to be said. That's what this person wants to say to you, okay? That's what this Emperor wants to say. Look, I broke up our situation. I kind of, how do you say, sabotaged it, Ten of Swords. Because if I didn't, you were going to leave me eventually. My life is not as together as it seems. all right? I wish I had treated you better. So this person's like, look, I ended it because it wasn't going a good direction, okay? Flat out, that's the truth. And just so you know, when I did leave you, when I did break our connection, my life is not a bed of roses. My life is not greener on the other side. My life is just not peaches and cupcakes and rainbows and happy, happy, joy, joy. And just so you know, I wish I had treated you better because maybe I'm getting a taste of my own medicine now with the Six of Pentacles. Okay, I'm tasting and I'm reaping what I've sown. That's really the Six of Pentacles, reaping what you've sown. This person is getting that heavy dose of reality check. And they do wish they would have done you better. So there's regrets there. What do you want to say to your person? What do you want to say? What do you want to say to your person? What is the hidden truth? Tell me a little bit more about your embarrassment. Okay, whoops, and it fell. We both know I'm not the one for you. Wow, that's how you feel. You're so embarrassed. You've let this person crush you. And you have this self-defeating, self-sabotaging, I'm not right for you, I'm not good for you, I'm not the one for you, fuck it, it's fine, go do you, go do what you want to go do. Okay? And look, just as I put my card down, I was seeing this. It was like popping out. And the Emperor and the Empress are perfect for each other. So I'm just looking at my deck and I'm like, what? This is just popping out as I'm saying that. So you're full of shit. You're completely full of shit. You've convinced yourself, I'm leaving, I'm done, I'm not the right one for you. Just go, go, go and be with this person and be happy. Which is sad because that's not true with the Emperor and the Empress. Give me another card, please, about your hidden truth. You're kind of just putting yourself out of the equation. You're kind of like, look, if you have a choice between me and someone else, choose them. I'm not going to be a fucking choice. If you can't figure out who you love, choose them. I'm already out. I'm done. You're not going to make another embarrassment out of me. You're not going to make me a choice. I'll make it easy. I'll make the decision for you. I'm out. Okay, I'm out of this third-party equation. All right, go do what you need to do with that person. Give me some more of your hidden truth. I love you. Oh, you love this person, but you just want out. You're like, I want out. I love you, Emperor. I love you. I fucking do love you, but I'm out, okay? I just can't do this. Bottom of the deck is it's time for me to heal now. So it's like you're trying now to very slowly get over this person. You're letting go. And that's the brass tacks. That's what's going on. You are letting go. You're letting go of this person because deep down inside of you, you're tired of being hanged man. You just feel like the divorce card is what's right for you. Ace of Swords. You're going with the flow. However, besides how you feel and what you say, and besides what he says or feels or says, and besides this person giving you, baby steps, and besides you pulling away, in the middle lies this truth that you guys are going to have a talk after you move on, or maybe even before, about moving on and letting go. And that is actually when you go with the flow, because this is the flow. You guys are following your intuition. And once you guys do this little cutoff, you guys are going to have this mending of bridges. Surprise, surprise, Emperor and Empress. You can end it for now, but it probably will not be ended permanently. That's what I feel. So there's a temporary letting go. I really honestly feel like this is a temporary letting go. This person loves you and has a lot of insecurities. So yeah, this person's taking control, left you before you could leave them. Because look, you're leaving them now. But they just had this fear that if you got to know them better, you'd be gone. you know, and my life is not as together as it seems, is I'm not all that. I'm not all that in a bag of chips. You may think I'm this badass emperor with all my shit together, but you're wrong. My life is just not as together as I would have led you to believe. And if you saw that about me, if you saw the truth about me, you wouldn't want me anyways. If you found out that I was fluffing you up and telling you all my dreams and making me sound really, really good, and you found out that was bullshit and, you know, this is who I really am, you would have been fucking gone. I know you would have been gone. That's how this emperor feels. He's like, you're a fucking bomb-ass empress, okay? I know you would have been gone. So I did myself a favor, and I did you a favor. I cut you off so you didn't have to later, okay? But looking back, I wish that wouldn't have happened. I wish I would have been with you longer, because now I'm in a situation and I'm reaping what I've sown, and I'm not in a good position, Ten of Swords, third party, with somebody else. I'm not in a good position with somebody else. It looks like it's nearing an end, okay? I'm going through a very difficult hardship with this other relationship. And I act like I still have control. I act like I still have myself completely together and I'm fine. But when I reach out to you and I just have a little message and I share with you, hey, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to open up our line of communication, but if you give me any drama, I'm going to fucking block you again. You know, that's a cowardly move. This person is so scared to deal with drama because they don't have any confidence in themselves. So now we're going to get the Island Time Wellness and just get some more information on that. Passion. You guys have an insane chemistry. Like each other equally. Having fun. You guys have a lot of passion together. That's no lie. You like each other, and which is basically you love each other the same. Both of you feel the same about your chemistry. The Emperor and the Empress are a perfect match. But bottom of the deck is stabbed in the back. Heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, and a shocking attack. And it's ironic because, look, he got stabbed in the back. Ten of Swords. Demise. And so, you know, you guys have really just hurt each other. Well, you know, and he really hurt you. Oh, Lord. What's going to be happening for this couple? Let's just see where they're headed. As long as they go with the flow, can you tell me about the mending of this bridge? You guys have had it rough. And both of you feel forced to do things that you're really not forced to do. They're all your choices. Two of Wands is choices, the path. You make the choice that takes you down the path you want to go. Not because you're controlling the other person, but I mean how you react to that person. You made a choice to sit and wait. You made a choice to be blocked. You made a choice to just allow that shit. That was your choice. And now your choice is, nope, I'm not doing that shit. Okay? This person's choice was, yeah, so I'm going to leave you before you leave me. I'm going to go, you know, try it out with somebody else and see how that fucker goes. It didn't go well. You went down a shitty path. Okay? You had warnings, intuitions, and signs, but you didn't fucking listen. Now you're dealing with your own shit. Six of Pentacles. And now the person you love that's perfect for you, the Empress, is walking away. And that was your choice, buddy. That was your choice to do that. And in the meanwhile, in the midst between both of you, is this beautiful, great love and embarrassing betrayals, which you're only hurting each other. But I think you're doing the right thing. I think this person over here is doing the right thing. Cutting yourself down with that Ace of Swords is getting a reality check, an aha moment, a moment of clarity. You're getting strength. You're growing up, you're growing inward, and you're just like, I'm not going to waste my life anymore. Excuse the fuck out of me for ever thinking I was only worth waiting like this. I was only worth scraps. I was only worth what you had left over to give me. Fuck that. I'm worth more. I'm worth a hell of a lot more. And you know, you're damn right. I was embarrassed because I embarrassed myself for ever thinking that I deserved the fucking table scraps that you were feeding me. I am worth more than that, and you fucking know that shit. You know that shit. So you're right, I am out. Divorce card, separation. I'm tired of being stabbed in the back. I don't care about our insane chemistry. What are you gonna do about it? Let's get this Emperor. Where are you headed? And it fell. The Emperor is headed for healing his or her heart. Healing from heartbreak. Ooh, freedom from a toxic relationship or karmic addiction. Oh, yes. So that's where he's headed. Good, good. That's where he needs to be. This is exactly the right card for the Emperor. Healing a broken heart. Freedom from a toxic relationship. Won't have it. The masks are being taken off. No showing, not showing true feelings. Hiding, personifying, pretending, diluting, and gaslighting. Done. That's where he's headed. Taking a look at the masks. What should you guys focus on right now? Let's see. Spirit, what should this couple focus on at this time? Wow, we have stretch. And this is taffy. You're stretching and you're growing and you're getting out of your comfort zone. Y'all ripped the Band-Aid off. Both of you. That's awesome. You guys ripped the Band-Aid off. That is so great. I'm so glad you guys are able to experience that and to have that. That moment of freedom and clarity and just growing, stretching to your full potential, stretching to where you want to be. I love that you guys are in that energy. Doing your own thing. You're growing up. I have to tell you the truth. That's what it is. You guys are growing up, Emperor and Empress. You're out of your childish ways. You're out of being stuck in karmic vibes. You're out of time to be just bullshitting. $2:30, I know. What time is it?
1:50.
Okay.
Now we're gonna be late.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to have to end this reading. I forgot that I have to take my daughter somewhere. I started too late on this video, and I took way too long. I've been here 53 minutes. I owe you 100 Clubbers a reading. I may just take my cards with me. And while I sit over there where I have to take her, which I have to be in my car, I don't know, maybe I could bring a stand with me. I don't think I have I have a stand. I'll bring a stand with me and I'll do 100 Clubbers where I'm headed off to. Okay, guys? So if you're a 100 Clubber and you want a reading, just give me about 30 minutes here. I gotta go take her. We gotta go do lessons, and I'll do it where I'm at, okay? So I'm gonna take a few decks of cards with me, and I will answer your questions. I'm sorry I have to go. She reminded me, and I kind of spaced it. I must leave, but I will take that with me, okay? So just hang around, please. Keep an eye out for my lives. Make sure you're subscribed and you hit the bell icon, at least for today, so you can know when I go live, at least for today, all right? Because I am going to go. All right, so far, just to end this reading, guys, perfect couple, tired of being a coward. You guys are now being forced to make bigger judgments, to be brave, all right? This cowardliness about hiding in a corner and hiding who you are, masculine, hiding from the truth, hiding behind your mask is bullshit. You're taking the mask off, you're ripping the Band-Aid off, you're ending a toxic relationship, bravo. Divine Feminine, you are no longer hanging around like a sad, little pitiful, little child waiting for the scraps that this person wants to give you. You finally have some gumption and some self-respect, and you finally are tired of being embarrassed at being less than. So you're taking a stand and you're removing yourself from the energy of being less than. Okay, it looks like you guys making these big monumental grown-up moves are totally out of your comfort zones, but you're doing it, and ultimately this going with the flow after moving on is going to mend your bridges. You are going to meet together on this path again. Okay, this path, your paths will cross. Your paths are going to cross, and you guys will be getting back on track. So really, I think you guys are just getting back on track. Okay, for yourselves and for each other. So I see a really big movement together, and that's awesome. Let's get a message about love and oracle before I go here. What is an oracle of love for this couple? What is the message about your love? Where is this love headed? Where is this love headed between this couple today? Where is this love headed? All right, bottom of the deck is a new beginning. Wow, that's where your love is headed. A new adventure awaits the both of you. Embrace this and live your dreams passionately. And the last card here is, look at that beautiful picture there. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. I love that. So let your relationship have space. Let it breathe. Get a little bit of this distance. Love is not supposed to own or claim, all right? And that's what's going to bring you guys closer together, respecting each other's lives and love and space, and it ultimately brings you back together. It's just that nurturing that you guys need right now. All right, so I'll see you guys in a little bit, 100 Clubbers. Remember, yes, Marcus is right. It is 10 questions over time. It is not 10 questions all at once. It's not 10 questions in a month. I like to keep it at 1 question per 100 Clubber. If I only have 1 person watching, or maybe 2 people watching, then I'll be like, sure, if you want to use 2 of your questions, that's fine. But you can't give 1 question with multiple question marks. What is my friend doing? How do they feel about me? Where are we headed? That's 3 questions. That's not 1, okay? You can say, where is my relationship headed? That's 1 question, okay? So be sure when you're asking your questions, it's just 1 question because the multiples take time. With the 100 Clubbers, it's not just 1 card. You guys get multiple cards for your question, okay? So it's like a little mini, okay? So for those of you that are already 100 Clubbers, I'll see you on the other side in about 30 minutes. For those of you that are not 100 Clubber yet, I have 3 positions available. I only allow 20 people in the club, so I shut it off when I have a full club. So that is available on my website, www.jks1111.com. You scroll down the menu for purchase items, and you can pick readings and other services. When you click readings and other services, you'll see the area where you can select the 100 Club, and it describes what's going on in that situation. Okay, I love you guys so much, and I'll see the rest of you guys in about 30 minutes. And later, tomorrow, we will get into elements. Okay, I love you. I hope you enjoyed this message. You guys are headed for the mending of bridges, but first, the parting of ways. But ultimately, you guys are getting back in touch. You guys are back in touch, and you guys are back in communication in some sense. So a lot of good things happening. I love you so much. Remember, like I always say, this love is crazy. It's a journey, not a destination. Just keep swimming. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.